Hello. Hi, everyone. It's been a while since I've jumped on. It's so lovely to see you all. My camera's a bit funny. I really wanted to do a bit better quality live tonight, but my light's broken, my camera on my computer's not working, and I thought, you know what? I'm still going to go live in here so that I can connect with you all and say hello because it's been a few minutes. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amelia and I am the director here at Inner Fit for Women. And I just want to say a huge welcome to everyone who's here in this group. I'm just making sure we're going live. Yes, we are. Beautiful. So it's been a hot minute since I've jumped in here. So if you're watching live, it is #live. Drop it in the comments and let me know that you're here. If you are watching the replay, drop a #replay below. I'd love to know that you're watching. I'd love to meet you. So maybe also tell me a few things about yourself. If you've not introduced yourself to me before, I would love to hear. So tonight I thought I'd jump on. It's going to be a quick one tonight, but a little training around simplicity. It's actually something I've wanted to talk about for a little while because I see all too often, right, ladies who are trying to do it all. Busy women, hi Jane, busy women who are trying to do it all and actually end up achieving nothing, right? They're just spinning their wheels. They're just not really getting the traction that they need, probably in any area of their life, and things are feeling a little bit stuck. So you see, I started this business. It actually started as an Instagram blog and it grew from there. And I remember the moment that caused me to start this. Now, I've always been someone who does a little something for herself every day. I go for walks. I make sure I have coffees with friends. In winter, I watch my football because I love my football. I don't miss games, TV, live, whatever it is. I've always made time for myself. I always make sure I've got an hour or two. I go for a walk, I go to the gym, whatever it is, every single day. Don't mind me. I'm going to turn my phone off. My apologies, everyone. So it's not a foreign concept to me, right? But one day I was chatting to a mum at my daughter's school and she was complaining. Well, not so much complaining, but yeah, maybe it was. And she was saying that she just doesn't get time to go for a walk because she's got kids, right? And that trying to eat healthy just isn't possible with kids. And she has to look after the home. Now, this mum was a stay-at-home mum at the time with 2 kids at school. And I remember being absolutely floored and thinking to myself, how can you not find 30 minutes a day to do something for your health? And I remember having that moment, and probably wrongly so, a little bit of judgment, but then I dug deeper and it actually bugged me, and I was trying to work out why it bugged me. But it bugged me because it seemed silly. And then I realized that that's probably silly because it's not something I was doing, right? It was something that was foreign to me. And then I realized that this was actually a common occurrence. So many women cannot find the time to go for a walk or prep healthy meals because they're running around after kids. And I realized that not many women are actually able to make time for themselves because they were giving 150% to everyone else around them, or 100% to keeping their house tidy. And as I dug deeper into this over the following few months, I actually came to understand that women weren't making time to do things for their health because they thought they had to do it all. They had to eat really healthy. They had to go to the gym. They had to run 5Ks. They've got to cook separate meals for themselves compared to their family. They've got to cut out sugar completely. They've got to eat low fat. They have to join gym classes, but gym classes didn't fit with their kids' or husband schedules. Does that sound like you? Let me know in the comments if that sounds like you. You're either all or nothing, right? So many women think that. They think that in order to look after their health, they've got to do it all. So because that seemed too hard, they didn't do anything. This mindset of, if I can't do it all, then I'll do none. I wonder if that's ever been you. Or there's another thought process that happens is that if I go for a walk or if I go to the gym or if I go out with my friends, the house might fall down around me. The kids won't get to bed on time. The kids won't get up on time. They won't do their homework. They won't eat properly. The kitchen won't stay clean. The washing won't get done. Dinner will be late. This is the thought process of so many busy women. And I was gobsmacked, right? I was gobsmacked. And that is why this business began, to encourage busy women to take time, even if it's 30 minutes a day, to put their health and their wellness first. And that, my ladies, is how Inner Fit for Women came to be. Simplifying their health and wellness for busy women. But you see, the bigger picture issue here is that women are trying to do it all. And for a lot of these women, if they couldn't give it all their time and energy to looking after their health, then they didn't do it at all. And I bet that there are some of you out there, some of you watching who are in or have been in the same boat. Let me know. Hashtag me in the comments below. It's an all or nothing personality, and that's okay. That's your personality. I am one of those, actually. When I'm on, I'm on, and when I'm not, it's not great. Yeah. And this was how I cycled with my health for a long time. I yo-yo dieted up and down all year long. Lose 5 kilos, put on 6 kilos, lose 6 kilos, put on 5 kilos. Like, it went up and down. It was a vicious cycle. And then something really shifted for me. Yeah. It wasn't long after this time of talking to this particular mum in the schoolyard that I began to think. I realised the burnout was real. It's not necessary, but it was real. Right? And I realised that if I just did a few things well, it had a big impact on my every single day. A big impact. If I did just a few things well, I would still feel a massive sense of accomplishment, which then led to feelings of pleasure, satisfaction, which led to me doing more, right? Because accomplishment and satisfaction are addictive. It's a beautiful cycle to be in. So I decided to focus on what I really wanted for my health and fitness. I cut out the things that weren't going to serve my purpose. And then I honed in on the things that would. I built habits. I built a routine. And in those habits and in that routine, that's what holds me steady when I'm not in the zone. So when you're not in the all or nothing, the all in part, building those healthy habits, building a routine when you are in that zone helps to keep everything going when you're not in that zone, right? When you're not in the all-in phase, when you need that mental break, the habits that you've built will actually keep you going on track. And that's actually what stops me from going backwards when I'm not in the all-in mode, right? It stops me from being unhealthy. It stops me from spiraling back to where I once was before it all began. The time I took to build those seemingly small but very significant habits and routines and the simplicity of them, that's what makes the difference. It's the little things. We don't have to do a million big things. We don't have to do everything. We need to change our perception. I changed my perception of what was actually needed. And I picked some simple habits to build. And do you know what? Without those simple habits, my life was chaotic. I wasn't feeling any sort of accomplishment with my health and wellness. I wasn't seeing any progress. But I didn't know at the time, because we don't know what we don't know, right? I thought I had to do it all, just like these women thought they had to do it all. Gym classes, running, no sugar, no carbs, have to eat healthy. Everything that goes in your mouth is calorie counted, or it's got to be a certain, whatever. So tonight I want to go through a scenario where you might be trying to do it all with your health and wellness, but you might be spinning your wheels. Yeah. This is a situation I found myself in the past, things that I actually help women get through and out of as their health and nutrition coach. It's the all or nothing approach that keeps you cycling in and out of diets, shreds, programs. And it's that approach that keeps your mind negative and the self-doubt right there. Yeah, that fear of failure, that constant failure. It's the all or nothing approach. So I want to chat about a general overhaul of your health. So let me know in the comments, hashtag me, if you feel like in order to achieve really good results, you need to do it all. Let me know in the comments if that's you. I'm just going to actually make sure that my live is, yes, it is still going. Beautiful. I was not seeing everything come up. I wonder if that's you. Do you feel like you need to do it all to actually achieve results with your health and wellness? And by health and wellness, I mean maybe it's the weight on the scale, maybe it's the size of your clothes, but more than that, for me, I want you to think about energy. How well are you sleeping? How you're feeling in your body? Like, are you energetic? Are you feeling good, or do you feel gross? Things like exercise, nutrition, sleep. These are all the things we need to consider. But when we think we need to do it all, we need to think we do all the exercise. We need to have our nutrition on point all the time. We think we've got to have our sleep on point all the time. We've got to do yoga. We've got to do stretching. We've got to work on our mindset. All of it. So who thinks or has thought at some point that you need all of these working at the same time to have great success? I did. But you see, the truth is it isn't, right? And I wonder if you're doing yourself a disservice, because I was, by trying to do it all at once. Yeah. Because often it might actually only be one or two things that are negatively impacting your energy or the way you feel or your confidence. Yeah. It might only be one or two things. You may only need to tweak a small few habits to see great success. Because let's not forget, ladies, that while you are embarking on a health journey, like we touched on at the start, you're a mum, you're a wife, you're a partner, you're an employee, you're a business owner, you're a daughter, you're a sister, you're a carer. You still have everything going on. Everything going on. Now, this is why the all or nothing approach doesn't see long-term results. It's not able to be done consistently. It's not a long-term strategy. It's about building those small habits in and around what you're already doing. You've still got life to go on. You can't stop everything to give it that all, and that's why it never works, right? So what if we changed just a portion of what we were doing to see massive success? That would be fabulous. Sometimes trying to do it all is just too much. And then that day comes where you go off track even the slightest and you give up. And that's what we want to avoid, yeah? We absolutely want to avoid that. So I'm going to offer you a strategy tonight. If you'd like to take it up, that's cool. It's up to you. I'd love for anyone who's interested to look at their schedule and ask themselves, right? When is the best time to do something for you? When in the day or when in the week can you start? Don't ask when can I fit it in, because the answer with that will be never, right? We're all busy women. I'm never going to fit that in. But you need to decide when is the best time. And then we're going to make it fit in. Maybe it's morning. Maybe it's when the kids are at school. Maybe it's only on the weekends. Maybe it's after dinner when your partner gets home. But whenever it is, you're going to make it happen. Because remember, it's the small things that make a big difference. Even if it's only 30 minutes a day, yeah, 30 minutes a few days a week if you can. Whatever is right for you. Just find 30 minutes a few times a week or every day that's just for you. Just for you. Maybe one day you're just meditating. Maybe another day it's meal prepping for half an hour. You can get a lot done in half an hour, right? You don't need a half a day to meal prep. Trust me. Yeah. Get yourself a slow cooker if you need to. Maybe you're going to do a walk 30 minutes a few times a week. Maybe you're going to do yoga 30 minutes. Yeah. Maybe you're going to catch up with a friend without the kids. Without the kids. Yeah. This is about you time. Don't think for a second that because you can't give yourself 30 minutes every day that you can't do it. You can. That's the all or nothing approach, right? Start with something small. Start with something that really piques your interest and go from there. Start with something that is going to bring massive benefits to the way you feel, the way your body moves, the way your body functions. Food, water, sleep, nutrition. They are the 4 key elements we like to focus on in our mastermind, yeah? Because they are 4 fundamentals that you can make small changes in, hi Donna, to see massive results. Think about where can you start with just one thing this week to make a difference on your health, to make a difference on the way you feel and your energy levels. Start small. Eventually, it will grow more time after time. You'll be able to increase 30 minutes a day to more each day, more often. But for now, I challenge you, I encourage you to find a time to do something that is going to be for you, that is going to be for your health, and stick to it until it becomes a new habit. Now, that may be a couple of weeks, but make it an unnegotiable time in your calendar every day or every week, and it has to happen. Like a doctor's appointment, right? It has to happen. What can you implement that is going to make life easier for you and make you feel like you're looking after yourself? I'd love to be able to come back and see all your answers. What are you going to focus on this week for your health? Right? Maybe I'll go first. I'll tell you what I've done for this week. So I'm not doing as much stretching as I would like to. It's for my muscles. So I'm actually going to do 2 yoga sessions or stretch sessions at home this week. That's my goal, right? 2 30-minute sessions, and I'm going to do them on Monday and Friday, right? That's just the way I'm going to set it up. They're going to happen on Monday and Friday, and I'll pick my time. I like to do mornings because then it's done and out the way. I find if I leave my exercise to the end of the day, someone gets in the way. Kid needs something, or the husband needs something, or something's come up at work during the day, or, mornings I find best because there's no excuse. It's done and dusted before you've even started your day, right? So my goal this week is 2 yoga or stretching sessions. I'd love to hear in the comments what's yours, because remember, it's just getting in these small bits of you time that start the ball rolling to actually getting you feeling better and improving your health and wellness, and then your energy levels, because that's what we're here for. All right, ladies, thank you for having me tonight. Thank you again for being in this group. We love our Inner Fit family. And if I haven't met you officially yet, please drop a comment below. Tell me about yourself. Maybe tell me what you do for yourself and your health and wellness, or your sanity, right? What do you do for your sanity? See, my goal is to see you gaining a sense of accomplishment every single day in the most important areas of life, in the most important areas of your health, because your health is the most important thing. I'd love to see you gaining that sense of accomplishment. And I'm so excited to be able to bring you that here in this group. And it is something we delve much deeper on and more personally on in our Metabolism Mastermind too. So if you want to know more about that, flick me a message, flick me a DM. I'm always open for a chat. But I want you to know that this group is a place of clarity and confidence, and most of all, success for everyone in this group to boost their energy and have some fun with food. Have some fun with your exercise as well. All right, ladies, I can't wait to read all of your comments. I can't see them on my phone. I can see Donna's here. Hi, Donna. Lovely to meet you all. Thank you for sharing this time with me. And remember, it's a hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. All right, ladies, see you next time. Bye.